Wedding Talk with Mindy and Carol, your insider guide to trends, tips, and stress free planning.
Hi, welcome to Wedding Talk with Mindy and Carol. I'm Carol.
Hi, and I'm Mindy. We're two wedding travel advisors who plan over 50 destination weddings every year combined.
Today we're going to talk about one of our favorite resorts in the Dominican Republic, and that's Casa de Campo. Go ahead, Mindy, with your thoughts on that.
Oh my God, where to begin? I love Casa de Campo. And what I love about it is it's not your typical all-inclusive resort. Um, it is this massive community that has a small hotel area in it, surrounded by these amazing villas that one is more beautiful than the next. And then nestled in between some of the best golf courses in the world, which if you're a golfer, you probably already know about Casa de Campo. And to be able to play at one of those courses, you're just gonna love it. But it has so much there. Like there's a beach club, there's a beach area, there is skeet shooting, there's an equestrian center. Um, but what I love about it is where I would say 95% of couples choose to get married is up at Altes de Chaban. And this is a stunning area that it looks like you're walking into something in Europe. It's just stunning with the cobblestone and it's just breathtaking. And what I also think is so cool about this property, besides the food being amazing, which usually DR is not known for their food, but the food at Casa de Campo is like top notch. That every room gets a golf cart. So you drive around the golf cart, going down to the beach or going to one of the restaurants or driving up to Altes de Chavan. But I love just getting lost on the streets, just looking at the villas, and
That's
it's just really a cool property.
exactly getting your map out saying, "Oh, I turned. Where am I? Which
Yeah,
way do I go now?" But yeah,
yes.
and every time, like I said, everywhere you go, you can go somewhere different. You can go down to the marina and eat. You can go, I mean, and all of a sudden you're surrounded by yachts and, you have the feel of the sea and a feel of like you're, in the true Caribbean. And then you go off to the next location and now I'm at the beach club, which is more of a different feel. I mean, so there's just, and the fact that, when you stay there, you don't usually get included skeet shooting and horseback riding. And so that's something that most people would not probably not even try.
Mhm.
But when it's included, give it a try. I mean, it's something that I mean, I actually enjoyed it. We had a really good instructor when we were shooting. And we had some good laughs because, not everybody's meant to hold a gun. So it was fun.
Yeah, yeah. And then like when you're down at the marina area, because some people live there year round in some of those villas. There's a grocery store right there, which is pretty cool. There's a movie theater, there's other stores around, there's a coffee shop, there's an ice cream parlor. You can even order a yacht to have custom made for yourself. I'm sure it's just a small little deposit, but yeah, it's just really unique.
Yeah, it's not your true Dominican feel resort.
Yeah,
Not
or any all-inclusive resort.
no,
Yeah,
nothing,
you're not going to
nothing.
find anything like this.
No, no. So if you're looking for something that no one else has done, typically everyone gets married, Mexico, Dominican, they're staying at a regular resort, and you're looking for something that's all inclusive, but something totally different. This is the resort for you.
Yeah, or you're looking for something that looks like Europe and you know your guests aren't going to travel to Europe. This is a great alternative. The pictures, trust us, the pictures will be stunning.
And they do also have a chapel as well there. So that's another option that, if you are looking for a Catholic chapel, that is available as well.
Yes, yes. But let's dive into the wedding packages because the way they have their wedding packages set up is also very unique as well.
Yes. You can start off if you're just, going with a small group for your elopement. We start off with a very, very inexpensive elopement package. But everything that they do at Casa de Campo, you have to understand is very upscale, not your typical package in your weddings. Everything is more of an upgraded chairs, upgraded everything that they offer.
Mhm. And what's included in the wedding package is it's very elegant. You really do not need to add much into it. It's very, very elegant, especially if you're going to be picking one of the locations like, up at Altes de Chavannes. You don't want to take away from the beauty of the area that's surrounding you. So we're talking about gold chairs that usually other resorts will charge you $10 to $15 for. That's included in your package. Cream tablecloths, your table centerpieces that are just candles and simple flowers, but it looks so elegant when
Yeah.
it's done. And I always tell my couples at times too, less is more. You're in these stunning locations, you don't have to do a lot. So this stands true for this resort. You really do not have to do a lot. These areas are just stunning.
Yes, and, and they'll, like even the top package, you get 3 events in the top package. And, and the price point's great. Plus they give you credits for the guests that stay on property. So it brings down the whole cost of your wedding, and you can use that to buy flowers, videography, anything else.
Yeah, but even in the wedding packages, you do receive, like in that top tier package, you receive so many credit dollars to use towards additional floral that you may need, say for instance, bouquets for bridesmaids, or you want to decorate more of like the chairs or the aisle and things like that. So you do get some credits and everything to use, but their most expensive package is 32,500, and I think that goes up to 58 people.
Yeah.
But then because your guests are going to be doing the all-inclusive food package, you're going to receive a $150 credit per person off your wedding package. So that 33,500 package is now going to come down to like 22 something.
Mm,
Huge savings.
huge savings, and you're actually getting 3 events.
Yeah. And the one event is a 3 hour barbecue dinner on the beach.
Yeah.
So
Day
those of
before.
you that are like, oh, but I want this beach wedding, your welcome event's going to be on the beach for everybody, which then the next day or 2 days later, however you're going to space out your events, they're going to be so shocked when they go up to Altes de Chavannes, and now this is where the wedding is.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
it's really giving some really, really unique experiences.
Yes. And, and basically, like I said, like we've talked about before, everything is customizable. So even the basic package, we don't feel you need anything more. But if you are wanting more, you can also customize it. It's not just set in
Mhm.
stone.
Yeah, yeah. And your top tier packages include the bridal salon,
Hmm.
and the groom's room to get ready in. It's not a big property.
No.
There's only like 200 and some odd hotel rooms. So it is not big. So it does fill up really fast for wedding groups because they will only do one wedding a day, which is nice.
Is nice. And then also the fact is that, if you do have a large family that says, hey, we want to do a villa, we can still rent villas as well.
Yeah.
Um, it a lot of times you don't because you're not there for that long a period of time. But if you wanted to extend your vacation and have a family time, you could rent a villa as well. And then you'd have that option as well as a gathering area for maybe an event and add an extra event.
Yeah. Yeah. So the villas do work a little bit differently because if you want to add on the all-inclusive package, there is a cost on top of the villa. But Carol and I can dive more into that with you and see. And when we're reserving a villa for you, it's just the number of bedrooms. Your exact villa will not get assigned until check-in. So we're not going to know what it looks like and things like that until check-in.
Mhm. Or if it's on the water, or if what view, we don't know. We
Yeah.
just will not
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. Because all those villas are privately owned. And
Mhm.
then some owners will say, yes, we will rent it out. So it will vary.
So basically, what we call this resort in our mind is it's a boutique resort with so much to offer.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just got so many options to offer. Because when you think of a boutique resort of 200 rooms and less, you're thinking everything's really small. This is magnitude of property and yet so small.
yeah. And they opened up a new wedding location, I think it was like last year. That is really cool is where the cruise ship terminal is. They now have access to that property when obviously the cruises are not in the port, where you can use that property to do your ceremony and reception, which is really, really cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's so many options with there. Yes, Casa de Campo's not for everyone. Some people don't like those large resorts to get, golf cart A point A to point B. But ultimately, you can stay all in one location except for the day of the wedding. You don't have to go all over. We're just letting you know that there are a lot of options to see, and it's well worth exploring.
Exactly. And the food is amazing. Now, as far as price point, it is probably a little more expensive per couple than your typical all-inclusive resort, but I've never had anybody come back from Casa de Campo and say to me it was not worth it.
Yes, I think that's part of it. I know when I went and, I was under the all-inclusive package, but they do offer for the people that stay there also that will live there, they can do just pay off the actual menu. They just pay. And when you always sign for your food when you're done because then they know you're in an all-inclusive plan, because that's how they know by your room number. But, comparably wise to what I saw the menu prices were, the all-inclusive is a steal.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I got there one day and it was like lunchtime and I was just like so thirsty because we were just out doing other stuff during the day. And I got a hamburger and I had three iced teas and that came to $36.
Yes.
You know, so you can see how fast, if you're not on that all-inclusive package, how fast things come add
Oh,
up.
yeah, I think when we sat down and had breakfast, the three of us, because they bring it to you so you can sign, so it
Yeah.
doesn't get charged to your room, which may confuse a few people to begin with, but that's kind of how they do it. And I think our breakfast brunch was $95.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's pricey.
Yeah, so when you're in the all-inclusive, you just sign for it, go back to your room, and you're on your way. So
Yeah.
that's another thing to keep in mind. I mean, it's definitely a luxurious property. But I think the wedding packages and just look if you're looking for that something special, this is the place.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
And then they do have an amazing spa too. I did have a spa treatment while I was there too.
Okay. I never
Yeah.
got there. I didn't have time. I wasn't there that long. I wasn't there that long. I did lose
Um,
my golf cart key when I was there though. And then I found out I brought it home, so I had to send it back. So there you go. So,
yeah, I'd be like looking around as I'm driving the golf cart and like not paying attention to the little speed bumps, then all of a
oh
sudden
yeah,
I'm like going
yeah,
flying.
yeah. You're looking at around at all the beautiful houses, and all of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, go
But
flying.
it's an adventure, and I mean that's part of being. It's like I was never bored, because there's always something fun to see and do. So, there again, it depends. There's two different resort airports that you can go into. You can fly into Punta Cana, and it's about an hour transfer, I believe, is what I did.
Yeah,
Hour and a
yeah,
half, maybe.
yeah. Depending on traffic and what time you're
Yeah.
landing at. Hmm.
Yeah, and then I believe La Romana has an airport there that American flies into, and that would be closer.
Yeah. So your flights may cost a little bit more going into La Romana, but you are literally like less than 15 minutes from the resort.
Mhm.
And you can hop in a taxi cab, and I think it's like $25 to take you over to the resort. So depends. I'd rather spend a little bit more and not have to be in a car after I've landed. It's also nice for like on the back end when you have to be back at the airport so many hours prior, and now an hour plus from the resort. So it just makes for a longer day.
It basically depends on their lift as well. I think the one time that I flew into La Ramona, I think I had a 6 hour layover in Miami.
Yeah,
So
it just all depends. You have to figure it out. And then the other airport that is probably like about an hour and 25 minutes from Casa de Campo is Santo Domingo. So again, some people depend, it all depends on your lift, but there are options available depending on where you're flying from.
Yep. So, if you think that, this might be something that you're really seriously wondering about, make sure you reach out to Mindy or myself and we can weed through everything and explain it to you. We've got great contacts at the resort that we pretty much get a 24-hour turnaround time as far as, knowing if the date's available. If you're ready to go with it, we can get going on it right away. They do fill up very quickly. I know I just checked one yesterday for July 17th at 27 and it's sold out already.
Mhm.
So we grabbed the next week. So, it will go
It
quickly.
does fill out. It does fill up fast. I have a wedding there this weekend, and I just booked two weddings there, one for June and one for January 27. And even some of the January dates were already filled for 27. Um, so it is a very, very popular resort. But guys, telling you, at the end of the day, you have your photography left of your wedding,
Yes.
and your pictures will be stunning.
Yes. Yes. And that there again, we also have a contact of a photographer that we can hook you up with as well so that you can make sure that your photos are exactly what you want.
Yeah, yeah, it is an amazing option. So,
So
um,
I don't think I have anything more to talk about that place. I mean, because we do love it. It's one of our
yeah,
favorites.
we do love it. I do love it. And I think once couples see the wedding package and everything, um, you know, they're like, wow, because what you're gonna get is just, there's not much you have to do.
No. And we can always too as well. What I've done with some of my couples before, because they're looking at another resort that has a wedding package that, for 58 guests and they're trying to compare it. We can compare it side by side, what you're getting, what you're not getting, and to really show you, is the price point the same? Is the price point different? Because there's some things that are missing out of some of the other ones that you may think you're getting and you're really not getting.
Yeah, like chairs. Like the other one, you're probably getting white chairs and white tablecloths. Here you're getting a gold chair that other resorts are going to charge you 10 to $15 per chair for. So right
Yeah,
there.
I've done a cost by cost
Oh
comparison.
yeah, so do
And
I.
when you look at the other resort that they may be looking at, you're probably looking at about $10,000 more to have that same wedding at that other place.
Yeah, and I actually, this wedding this weekend that's coming up, they fell in love with it. It was a little bit out of the price point for their guests. So what they decided to do was take that credit that they were receiving and pay that credit towards everybody's invoice to help them out a little bit, because they wanted the people to be there with them, and they knew it was a little pricier, but it was worth it.
That's an option. I mean, that's an
Yeah,
option too. That
yeah,
way it makes it so that the guests can afford to go to that property and they can have their wedding where they want to have it at. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, but we would love to talk to you about Casa. It is absolutely stunning, and
We'll be
you'd be
glad to.
very happy if you had your wedding there.
Yeah. And then the other option that we'll be talking about, I guess we don't really know who are you going to talk about next time. Which resort are we going to discuss next week?
Hmm, I don't know.
Maybe, let's see, what's one of our other favorite ones? Maybe we should talk, maybe we should talk about sandals. We haven't talked about
We can
sandals.
talk about sandals. Lots of options with sandals.
Next
Yeah,
time we'll
let's
talk
talk
about.
about sandals.
Yep, next time we'll have our discussion. We'll discuss the sandals wedding packages, and there are a lot of sandals, so we'll try to cut it up and be real quick about each one a little bit and kind of give you some heads up on what the changes are going to be on the ones that got hit by the hurricane as well. And until then, I guess we'll see you next time.
Yes, and thank you for joining us. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and our website will be up pretty soon. which will have more resources available for you. But anytime, reach out to Carol and myself. We love to talk to you all about your wedding.
Goodbye till then.
Bye-bye.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more wedding inspiration and tips. Visit us at destinationweddingtalk.com for resources and updates. And as always, send us your questions to Mindy and Carol. We love hearing from you. Join us again next week for the latest episode of Wedding Talk with Mindy and Carol. Until then, happy planning.